God bless you all, people. I'm going to do some Bible study. I know I've been Bible study a couple of weeks. It's my first time, my second time doing live stream, but my first time doing Bible study with you people. I'm going to start talking about the book of Genesis.
Okay.
I'm going to read these some examples. Genesis. The beginning of all beginnings, everything was fresher than the earliest morning and newer than a baby's next breath. God spoke and new worlds emerged. God breathed and new life began. God created and a new garden grew the pristine purity. A new dynamic called love and marriage blossomed in that garden. It would be lead a new wonder called children and family. A new utopia had begun. The whole wide universe is tiny corner it called Eden. Eden, was bathed in honeymoon freshness. It was the dawn of all things wonderful, the dawn of everything bright and beautiful. All right, let's do in the chapter 1 of God's creation. I'm going to read to you and I'm going to do some questions. All right, Genesis chapter 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters. And the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light, and God saw that the light was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day and the darkest night. And evening passed and morning came, marking the first day. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters of the heavens from the waters of the earth." And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. God called the space sky. And evening passed and morning came, marking on the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place so dry ground may appear." And what happened? God called the dry ground land and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the hand sprout into vegetation, every sort of seed bearing plant, and trees that grow seed bearing fruit. These seeds would then produce the kind of plants and trees from which they came." And that is what happened. The land produced vegetation, all sorts of seed bearing plants, and trees with seed bearing fruit. Their seeds produced plants and trees of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. And evening past that morning came, marking the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." And that is what happened. God made two great lights. No, the longer one to govern the day, and the smaller one to govern the night. He also made the stars. God set these lights in the sky to light of the earth, to govern the day and night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the fourth day. Then God said, "Let the waters swarm with fish and other life. Let the skies be filled with birds of every kind." So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply. Let the fish fill the seas, and let the birds multiply on the earth. And evening passed and morning came, marking the fifth day. Then God said, let the earth produce every sort of animal, each producing offspring of the same kind, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and wild animals. And that is what happened. God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock, and small animals, each able to produce offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make human beings in our image to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, and all wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Then God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply, fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground. Then God said, look, I have given you every seed bearing plant through the earth and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every green plant has food for all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. Everything that has life. And that is what happened. Then God looked over and he had made that he saw that it was very good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the sixth day. So the creation of the heavens and the earth and everything in them was complete. On the seventh day, God had finished his work of creation, so he rested from all his work. And God blessed the seventh day and declared it holy, because it was the day when he rested from all of his work of creation. This is the account of the creation of the heavens and the earth. So God created from the beginning heaven and the earth. Let's take a look at the question. On the pointy dot called rest, why would the abundant God of the universe rest following his work of creation? Surely it wasn't because the Almighty was physically tired. Our clue is that God, in ceasing from his work, called his rest holy. God also knew that we would need to cease from our work to care for our spiritual needs. Work is good, but it must be balanced by regular attention to worship and the health of our souls, to observe regular times for worship and spiritual refreshment. So God rests on the seventh day from his work. Amen, Lord. I've been studying this for so many years. I'm gonna talking about next. I will do that. I'm gonna do for next Friday. Next, talking about um on chapter 2. Already did that. I'm talking about the men and women in Eden, which is from the beginning before temptation comes. All right, let's. And also, thank you for joining us. I'll see you next Friday, and I'm talking about the next book of Genesis. I'll see you guys very soon. See you guys next time at Book of Genesis.